Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing today? Hey, this is Gregory Walls coming live to you from Houston, Texas. It is inspirational morning walk. But actually, I'm not in Houston this morning. I'm not in Houston. I'm in the great city of Chicago, a little just outside the city of Chicago here. Yeah, my son gonna be attending a basketball camp here this weekend, so but I can still do what I got to do. I can still do what I got to do, man. Yes, but if there's a first time listeners, I just get some exercise in the mornings and I just share my thoughts with you guys, what I'm inspired to talk about. So this is the Windy City. I'm talking to you guys from the Windy City today. So yes, you can go on YouTube if you like what you hear. You could go on YouTube and I have all the I have lots of these little talks there. Good morning, Patricia Blackman. Good morning. How are you doing? Thanks for catching it live today. Yes, so I have lots of these little talks there, man. Lots of these little talks there. You must find something there that can bless you. All right, so what I'm gonna do today, man, I know on Wednesday I talk about, being obedient and doing what God asks you to do, right? Being obedient and doing what God asks you to do. Like I said, He don't give you the whole big picture. He just can give you little bits and pieces, just give you the next step that you need. He can just give you each step that you need, and you just gotta go on and keep going from there, right? But I get some feedback for some people that tell me, hey, you know what? That was for me. That was for me. And that's great. That's great. And that's always nice when you get a direct feedback and people say, hey, that was for me. I got it. You know, and they can do what they need to do, right? And that's nice and that's good. But lots of times, and I want to talk to a different group of people today. I want to talk to a different group of people because lots of times you may not get that instant feedback and people say, hey, I like what you said today. That was for me. It moved me to action, and you may not get that, right? So I want to talk to that group of people today who doing stuff, who doing. Good morning, Tessa. Who doing what God asked them to do, but they're telling themselves, I'm not getting the results. I'm not getting these results that I need. And you're thinking you're wasting time, right? You're thinking, man, I'm wasting time. I want to talk to that group of people today and tell them, you're not wasting time. You keep going and do what He asks you to do, right? Because you never know how His works. We cannot fathom His works. We don't understand His works is so much greater than us, right? Sometimes what you're doing, maybe it's for you, maybe it's for your own training, right? And sometimes what you're going to be doing now, it's going to impact people later on. It's going to impact people later on. It's just like, good morning, Cindy, good morning. It's just like a lot of the people who's inspiring me right now and inspiring a whole lot of people, they're already dead and gone. They're already dead and gone, but the works are still there inspiring people. So when you're doing your stuff, whatever He asks you to do, and you say, man, I'm not making God, you're serious, this is from you, you start questioning yourself, because some other people might be, start questioning you and might even laughing at you what you're doing, and you start questioning yourself. But I'm going to tell you, man, you just do what He asks you to do, because you are making a difference and you don't even know it. You don't even know the difference you're making. Some of the people that inspire me, they don't even know that they inspire me. And they might never even know, because like I said, some of them are gone already, right? And some of them still here, but they inspire me, and I don't always reach back out to them and can't get to them and say, hey, I like what you did. This inspired me, this. So I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to remind you of the story of the Chinese bamboo tree quickly. When you think you're making a difference, how much a difference you're making. I'm going to remind you of the story again. I talked it a couple of times, right? The Chinese bamboo tree. When you plant the seed, for the Chinese bamboo tree, right? They got some farmers who want a quick turnover. To plant a crop. They got to take care of the family, plant a crop, 2-3 months to get a crop to sell. But the Chinese bamboo tree now is one of patience, right? You plant the seed, and the first year you plant the seed, nothing. You got to keep watering the ground, tilting the soil, watering, keeping the, fertilizing and everything. The second year, man, you go on and you're still doing this. Some people like, Is this guy nuts? He's watering and pruning and fertilizing. What is he doing? Fertilizing? He going crazy? But you're still going on, right? The third year, you're still going on and you're doing it. And people started laughing. Now, no family members joining in and saying, man, I think this guy is nuts now, man. I think he's nuts. He waking up every morning, say, walking around the block with a phone in his hand. This guy probably going crazy, right? But you tilting your saw, you doing your thing, right? But it come a point in time, the fourth year, you see nothing now. When you start questioning yourself now, you say, maybe what people saying is true, you know. Maybe what people saying is true, and you start even doubting yourself by the fourth year, and you're watering and you're pruning, and nothing is coming up, and you see other people getting the crop and they're turning over, and then you like, man, you know, I ain't getting nothing, all this work I'm putting in, and I'm not seeing anything. Now you start to believe, because the enemy start to get to you now. You start to believe what people saying, but you know what? You're saying, you know what? I come this far, let me keep pressing on. The fifth year, you're going, and one day you just see a little shoot break out to the ground. One day you just see a little bud break out of the ground that give you some encouragement. And you said, okay, you prune it. And within 6 weeks, you're literally watching that tree grow. You're literally watching that tree grow. And now, because you were patient, now you got a crop that can feed generation. You see them? You see the ones who have the little short crop, the little 2 months crop, and they're just feeding now. But when you have the patience, the man who planted the Chinese bamboo tree and was waiting to wait 5 years, he is feeding generations with it, because they said that goes on generations. You literally watch it grow. They said within 6 weeks, it get to 90 feet tall. So you pass there in the morning, they watch you with your little plants. By the time they go to work and come back home, it's, whoa, that tree's high over your head already. By the time the next day, it just keep going. So what am I saying? When you didn't see nothing above the surface, when you tilting the soil and fertilizing, that tree was putting down a massive roots under the ground that no one can see. No one can see the root structure, because they know how big that tree is going to grow and how fast. So before it shoot through the ground, it had to make sure it had a firm foundation. The structure had to be formed beneath the surface. So when they start to rising up, it got a foundation to support the rapid growth. So what I'm saying to you, you're probably in training. Let me give you my quick story, right? When I tell, I can give you guys as I go on bits and pieces, because there's not much time, right? But when I first tell God, I want to help other kings, I was so upset when I really come into some knowledge and realize how the enemy is tricking us left, right, and center. Right, so I said, God, you know what? I want to help. How can I help spread this word to people and save some people from the stuff that I've been through? How the enemy just have it, just as your word said, the lack of knowledge, right? We perish for the lack of knowledge. How could I give people some knowledge? Who want to listen. I don't care who want to listen, but I'm gonna share it. So he said, okay, he said, go, we have a family meeting, my wife and her siblings, and, like them, we do a family meeting once a month, and each one of us take turns of hosting the meeting, right? So he said, just ask for permission in the meeting and just do 5 minutes. Ask them for permission, and you just share, what you're learning. Just share with 5 minutes in every meeting, So I said, man, but God, who's going to listen, man? You sure? He said, man, you worried about the wrong things. You say you want to help. I'm telling you what you need to do. Go in there, ask them for permission, 5 minutes, and you just share a little bit of word. Anyhow, he said, that's the Holy Spirit job. After you put it out, there's the Holy Spirit job. You don't need to worry what difference it's making or not. You just need to do what I asked you to do. Actually, I said do that. So I was in the meeting at 5 minutes, and 5 minutes turned into 10 minutes, then 10 minutes turned into 15, and 15 turned into, and then they start to take over the meeting. Then I do that for about, I guess, close to about 2 years, right? And then he said, okay, pandemic time last year, when the start of this, he said, I want you to start going live on and do your teaching now, right? I'll go live and just do some stuff. The first message he put in my heart was to, because I hear a lot of parents was grumbling about the kids when when the first lockdown happened, and there was not teachers, and and he said, just tell people about the dangers of saying mean things and cursing the kids, because they were frustrated. You're dumb, you're not going to learn, and you're this, because they're not teachers, and they're home, lock up with the kids, frustrated, they're away from the job. People want to know how finance is going to happen, and it was just being so mean and telling the kids some really, put in his verbal curses. And he said, why you warn people for me about that? Because it got lasting effects. in frustration. And then I was like, God, but I need a perfect background. I need a perfect setting. He said, look, one morning I was walking. This is how I started doing this while I'm walking. One morning I'm walking. He said, turn the camera on right now. You don't need no perfect setting. You looking at, okay. You're looking at other people, what they're doing. You do you and not them. You do you. You do this while you're walking, right? And that's how they start. I just say that to say, sometime I might turn on this camera, one person might be watching. It doesn't matter, because he asks you to do something, you do it, because you don't know was his plan. Then about 2 months ago, a month and a half to 2 months ago, I had a dream. I was, speaking in a school, like I was speaking to school kids. And then he said, I want you to go and start speaking in more public places. I was like, God, more public places? What that mean? You got me talking on the internet. What more public? So I don't know what that is, but he's still leading me. I'm still waiting to see where that go, right? But I'm getting ready, and I can say, wherever you take me, I'm going to go, right? But I'm saying that to give some people some encouragement today. You may not see exactly, and you think you're not making a difference, but just like the Chinese bamboo tree, you're putting down roots. You're getting your training. So when he's ready to take you where you want to take you, you are ready for it. You are ready for it. Just like some people see it coming on here. They didn't know he had me in training, but for 2 years in front of 4 people, some days 3 people, some days 5 people. But he had me in training already, but for 2 years, then he get ready to take you. So when you think you're not making a difference, what he asks you to do, you might not see that right in front of you, but trust me, you're making a difference. You putting on your roots, you are making a difference, right? So don't get frustrated. People might laughing at you. You start questioning yourself. I hope this message pick you up right now, and you realize you're making a difference. Like I said, it's always good when I can hear somebody tell me, hey, Greg, I like that word was for me. But lots of time I would never know, because sometimes I run into some people, I didn't even know if they're listening, and they might say, hey, you don't know what you're doing, man. You don't know what you're doing. Some days you just hit it on the head when I'm done and out, and you come with a word that picked me up. And I never know these people listening. They're living in a whole different city, whole different state. Sometimes some people just touch them so much to pick up the phone and call, right? And you don't even know they're listening, but you just see one person log on and viewing. But then the recordings out there, they're catching it after, and it making a difference, right? So I'm here to encourage you guys. If you put something on your heart and you already start doing it, keep going, man. Keep going, because like I said, it's not only for you, it's for other people, right? It's for other people. It's not only for you. This word he gave me, it's not for me. It's the blessing other people out there, right? So, like I said, I'm in Chicago today. I'm not in Houston, right? And I could say, I got in this hotel about 3 o'clock this morning and get a few hours rest, and I'm up doing this, right? But you see, and I tell you guys in this last session why I'm so committed to, right? But because today, if I said, man, you know what, I'm a little sleepy and all that, and I'm different cities and time, and me just no, today I might need to reach some people that he have me to reach, and if I don't do what I need to do, I miss that opportunity to get somebody to the next level, because this here message might pick somebody up to go on and advance his kingdom. And if I don't take it seriously, and I go, I could miss that person who's waiting for this message, who's today is their appointed time for this message to they go on and inspire maybe millions, maybe thousands, maybe hundreds, right? They just need to hear this little word to get a little encouragement to go, right? So that's why I take this seriously, man. So I just want to inspire someone today. You start doing what you need to do, continue going, no matter how it looks. Remember the Chinese bamboo tree. You're putting a firm structure down, so when he ready to take you quickly, like how the tree grow, you are ready for it, right? You got the foundation, right? So the scripture I'm going to leave you guys with today is Galatians 6:9. Galatians 6:9. Let's not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up, right? Galatians 6:9, let's not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Guys, I just thank you for listening. Thank you. Share if you think this is going to bless someone else, man. And you guys have a great, great day, man. Have a great day. I'll talk to you guys again on Monday. Okay then. Goodbye.